What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Some changes to be made. I was going to do FUT Champs today first, but late last night I decided to change my team up. As you can see, I bought Florenzi in form and Manolas in form, and I've taken out Modric and Marcelo, and we'll go through why in just a second. But first of all, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be much appreciated. And in light of me going through a D1 run here, I've decided not to upload FUT Champions today. My first 10 games will be out tomorrow. So those are the values I bought these dudes for, relatively cheap. The reason why I bought them is because I did an episode of the best team in FIFA on my main channel, and the person that submitted the squad had a regular Nainggolan, a regular Florenzi, and a regular Manolas in defence, and they were god tier. So I thought, how much worse can it be for me to take this into D1? Now, you see the opponent we come up against. I assumed he was relegating himself. He actually wasn't. He tried to play for the first sort of 5 to 8 minutes. I scored. He then continued to try to play for the next 2 to 3 minutes, but once he realised he just had absolutely no chance, he then decided to rage quit. I don't know what he was trying to do, but credit to him, kudos. Like, you know, he gave it an effort, even only for 10 short minutes, he gave it an effort. But what I've been doing in game, guys, is I've been switching to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. It's something that I wanted to try because, you know, I'm at that point where I've been very stagnant in my win-loss in Weekend League recently. I've been getting 29 to 32 wins for about the last 6 consecutive weeks now, and that's just not really good enough. You know, the odd occasion I've got up to 32 or 33 wins, but typically speaking, 29 to 32 is where I'm at. And I want to find that extra edge. So all the pros, they switch to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You know, next week, hopefully, God forbid, I'm able to get a smaller monitor and see if that makes a difference for me. And I'm really trying to adapt my gameplay, and you'll see a lot of it in here. I did get a bit tilted through some of these games in this weekend league, but in general, I feel like I've become a better player this week just through analysing some stuff. So with changing the team up, the reason why I changed it to getting Modric and Marcelo out is because I would have had to sacrifice too much to fit them in the team, and that would have cost me games. So I took them out, I put the BPL set in, and I'd be playing either Nainggolan or Emre Can at CDM in the 4-1-2-1-2. I tried Ibra as a striker and as a cam. I feel like he works better as a cam with Son and Hazard up top just off of him. And then I'll have Costa as one of my centre mids, and then again either Chan or Nainggolan as the other centre mid, depending on who I put at CDM, which I've been changing on a game-to-game basis to try and figure out which one feels better as a CDM. And I think because of Nainggolan's high work rates and the fact that he is incredible both offensively and defensively, he is better suited as a centre midfielder. And with Chan's extra height and extra physicality, he is better suited as a central defensive midfielder. So I'm probably going to gear towards putting Chan at CDM and having Costa and Nainggolan on the outside centre midfield spots, and then Ibra at cam with Hazard and Son at striker. But I'm undecided as yet. You know, I wanted to give it a D1 run, see how things went, see how it felt, and see what changes were made. And it felt good, man. Honestly, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, it is a strong formation. You can see the team there on the screen, which is what we're running with. Yes, I'm running Hector Bellerin off chem at left back, and yes, to get Hazard in the team, I'm playing him at right forward on 7 chem. With the new transfers and upgrades and one-to-watch cards coming, I may well change that setup, but we'll see we'll see what comes out. If Gabriel Jesus comes out with a really good card as a one-to-watch, I'll likely go and pick that up, and I might actually start in the 4-1-2-1-2. I'm not sure. Alternatively, I've got a very good opportunity right now to be able to get Cristiano Ronaldo. If I sell the 2 blue cards and some other stuff that I've got floating about in the club, I'll be able to afford the regular Ronaldo. I may well go and pick him up and just either use him as an impact sub, or that might be a bit of a waste, or alternatively, you know, start Hazard left forward, start Ibra striker, put whoever's needed to go at right forward to give everyone the chemistry that they need, probably someone like Depay or something, and then at minute 1 just sub off Depay and sub on Ronaldo, and use him from minute 1 every game, you know. So I'm unsure as to where I'm going to go with that yet. Anyway, some comments. I've got some comments, a couple of comments from the previous video that I'll get to in a second. But first of all, I just want to read the comment from Ahmed Abdullah. I didn't really want to keep addressing this every video because, you know, it's there. But this comment has nearly 2,000 thumbs up, which is without doubt the most thumbed up comment I have ever had on any video ever. and it speaks volumes to me about you guys and the support that you guys are giving. The comment reads, Nep, no matter what happens on Monday, no matter what you think people would think about you or say about you, just letting you know that your fans will never be those people. We are 100% behind you, and in no way possible would you ever be degraded or not looked at by your fans just for making one little mistake, especially given all the good things you have done for us with the entertainment. Sometimes even life advice is for some. Keep up the good work, keep your head up, and stay awesome. And I really appreciate that comment anyway, and all the comments that were in the comment section that of a very similar nature. But like, I was just blown away by the amount of thumbs up that was given. Yes, I'm going through a very testing time right now that's one way or another, it's going to change a lot of things in life. One way or another, it's going to define social gaming and the social gaming industry with regards to microtransactions and currencies. There's no getting around that. Worst case scenario, absolutely worst case scenario, there could be jail time. Yes, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a definitive. I'm not saying it's a fact. You know, we don't know what's going to happen until the courts decide one way or another. You know, there's a case to be tried. There's two sides to the story, and we don't know the outcome. But obviously, best case scenario, I just walk out of the court on Monday. Worst case scenario, there is jail time. You know, it's a tough time, man. It's tough. I've prepared myself for the worst case, as I do all the time, you know, without wanting to give any kind of sob story or anything, because I'm in a very, very privileged position in my life. I understand that what I do for a living is something that many people dream of. I understand that, you know, the financial backing that YouTube and sponsors and such have given me is more than I ever could have dreamed of. But there always seems to be something in my life where every high that I get, there is a destructive low that comes along with it. You know, I've always been in a position where every time something very good happens for me, something very bad happens to me. So I've always been like a very prepared for the worst kind of person. But to know that you guys, even if it's only 2,000 people or 5,000 people or 10,000 people that are still there, come what may, on after Monday, I will continue to make videos for those that will care to watch them. You know, we'll get through everything after the Monday. I'll let you know how it went down from my perspective. I'll let you know, what got into this kind of situation and how things fell apart or didn't fall apart. Assuming things go one way or another. And I'll give you my side of the story, and I'll leave it at that. And then if people wish to continue to do, support or not support, that's entirely their prerogative at that point. You know, I appreciate immensely the fact that you dudes are seemingly at this point standing by me. You know, until after the fact, we don't know for sure. But at this point, you dudes are you're showing crazy support that I'm just ever grateful for. You have genuinely no idea, no idea. So thank you, Ahmed Abdullah. I appreciate it. So to go back to two comments that I saved from a previous video, because I didn't have enough time to talk about them in the video, but they're really interesting comments. The first one is from Nick Bowen. He says, "Hey Nepo, I doubt this would ever be implicated, but here it goes. What if EA had a card customization feature like with skins in CSGO, so you could create different looking cards, submit it, and instead of getting regular revenue, the creator could be paid in coins based off the number of the cards sold. The cards could be released through FUT Champs, SBC, or even draft rewards. Maybe even you could have a choice of other skins for the top 100 rewards in FUT Champs." So I apologise I didn't write this the best, but hopefully you get the concept. Love your videos, and sorry for the bad English, just kidding. I completely understand what you're saying, and although what you suggested would be good, there's something in FIFA Mobile that's amazing. They release cards of like just random players. For example, right now they have a game mode in FIFA Mobile called Attack Mode. And in Attack Mode, every time you score a goal, you gain more fans. The more fans you gain, the higher you rank. The higher you rank, the better rewards you get, the better coins you earn, the better experience you gain, so on and so forth. So at the end of the pre-season of Attack Mode, EA released in FIFA Mobile fan favorite players, which are the fans' favourite players from specific clubs. So for example, Alexis Sanchez is considered a fan favourite from Arsenal. So what they did is they released an upgraded version of him just by one. I think his regular card in FIFA Mobile was an 84. They released an 85 version of him. It looks different. It's called a fan favourite, and what it does is it gives you a boost of fans per game. So every time you finish, a game, instead of getting 1,000 fans, this gives you a 1% boost, and you can have up to a maximum of a 20% boost, so you can get up to 20% bonus fans, which might not sound like much, but is actually very, very important in FIFA Mobile. So what I would love to see in FIFA Ultimate Team is EA doing something very similar. In FIFA Mobile, you have things like fan favorites that boost your fans earned. You have players that boost the coins earned. You have players that boost other players. How awesome would it be if the AFCON team of the tournament is probably going to come out, or let's say the FA Cup man of the match, right? The FA Cup man of the match cards. How awesome would it be if you have a one FA Cup man of the match card in, it just does nothing. But if you have two FA Cup man of the match cards in the same team, they both give each other like a boost of +1 on every attribute. Just something small that would make different players and different people try and develop different theories behind teams. And on the same vein, let's say like, right, this guy I'm playing against now has Shaw and Walker at right back and left back. Let's say they released an 81 rated Luke Shaw for 1 week only. He's got a special looking card. His stats are upgraded minimally, but he has a tag on his card that says, if this guy is played in game, every game this guy plays is worth 100 coins. So every time you play a game, you will just get 100 coins for playing with that Luke Shaw in the game. Now imagine that you can build a whole team of those, so you've got 11 people with those boosts. Some of them maybe you only get 50 coins for, some of them, maybe you get like a special Ronaldo version that gives like 500 coins per game. You can actually build a team together that actually generates you revenue just for playing. So then win, lose or draw, you start generating a good amount of coins. It helps with consumables, it helps the market, and it allows people to build fun teams for reasons outside of, hey, let me build another sweaty team for FUT Champs. I think it would be pretty fun to have those sort of things. But I also agree with you, Nick, that having skins and such would be fun. You can unlock them through playing the game, or you could just buy FIFA points and buy them. They wouldn't give any boost or anything like that. They would just have different looks. You know what I mean? Like, I know in CS:GO, I believe you get certain skins, or is it every gun potentially, that tracks the number of kills. No, it is a certain skin, isn't it? It tracks how many kills you've had with that weapon. Or if you die and somebody picks up your weapon and they get some kills, it tracks all the kills. Well, how awesome would it be if you had a player that tracks the number of passes that they make, and that's it? A skin on a player that essentially just tracks every time they make a pass. Obviously, it already tracks goals and it tracks assists, it tracks games, but you could have stat trackers that are skins and stuff. There's so much they could do with this game that would be amazing, that I feel like maybe in the next few years we'll start to see it, because gaming in general is geared towards that kind of microtransaction, box opening, case opening, pack opening stuff. And in FIFA, the pack openings are items that are relevant and usable in Ultimate Team. But in most other game modes, the pack openings or the crates or the boxes are items that are literally just cosmetic. So I believe EA will eventually follow trend, and we'll start getting packs in FIFA that will be for cosmetic items rather than for usable items. I'm not saying that every game has only cosmetics in crates. I know there are a lot of games that don't have cosmetics in crates and that do have usables, like in H1Z1 you can get weapons and stuff in the crates that are usable. Is that right? No, you can't, because you pick up weapons. No, even H1Z1 I believe is cosmetic. It's crazy. But anyway, Rafe says, hey Nep, if players got winter upgrades, why wouldn't their SBC cards, no matter what it's for, got upgraded? For example, Hazard has a 90 rated player of the month, but he's had a great season, will probably get upgraded. This is coming from a Spurs fan. Surely they would have to upgrade him, as his inform is 89, and the same with other players. Also, do you think the red cards in FUT Champs will get upgraded? I learned a lot from your gameplay and I love your videos. You're my favourite YouTuber. I appreciate that, dude. So we talked about this in a previous video, but again, as I mentioned in the last episode, there's a lot of new people come to this channel every day, and a lot of people that can't watch every video, so they miss sometimes the important information. So my theory is, in my opinion, the red cards will get upgraded if the regular version of that person gets upgraded. Like, I've got red Walcott. If Walcott gets upgraded and it improves his inform, I believe my red Walcott will also get upgraded. And I actually think Walcott deserves an upgrade. He's 81 rated left wing. He's been a monster this season for Arsenal. I don't disagree that an 83 or an 84 should be his base card. You know, when you look that Xhaka is an 84, Walcott should be an 83 or an 84. So I think in that instance, my red card will get upgraded. In terms of the player of the month cards, or rather performance-based SBC cards, I believe they will also get upgraded. So we could well be seeing Sanchez, Costa, Son, Sterling maybe not so much, but definitely Sanchez, Costa and Son, I believe we could see them getting upgrades as well. The reason why I don't think the non-performance based SBC cards will get upgraded is because, first of all, they were picked for non-performance based reasons. Secondly, most of them have alternative inform cards or other cards that are already higher rated than the current inform, than the current SBC. For example, who am I trying to think of here? Nasser Shadley, he has an 82 rated inform, and then an entirely different 82 rated SBC card that was not performance based. It was for the number on the back of his shirt and for no other reason. So if Nasser Shadley gets an upgrade, his inform will get upgraded, but his SBC card will not get upgraded, because if that were the case when his inform came out, it would have already been above his SBC card, not the same value as his SBC card. Alternatively, if his SBC card came out after his inform, it would have been above his inform, not the same value. I think Aubameyang, Muller. I think Muller is the guy I'm thinking of, right? Muller has got... Yeah, so Muller has got 3 88 rated cards. He's got the SBC 88 rated card. He's got his Screamer 88 rated card. Again, a non-performance based card. And he's also got his Inform 88 card. If what you're saying was correct, he would have his 87 base, his 88 Inform, an 89 Screamer, and then a 90 rated SBC. But because the Scream card and the SBC card are not performance based, they don't follow the performance based cards up the ladder. They get the gold card and then follow that as if like a different separate ladder. But when you look at Hazard, who has also got informs and a performance based SBC card, Hazard has an 88 gold card, an 89 inform card. Now, if EA were just never going to upgrade any SBCs, Hazard's SBC card would have been an 89 rated inform, but it's not. It's a 90 rated inform. He also has a 91 rated striker card. So if Hazard gets upgraded from an 88, say, to an 89 or a 90, which I could see happening, it's definitely a possibility, then his 89 will go up to a 90 or 91, his 90 will go up to a 91 or a 92, and his 91 will go up to a 92 or a 93. And again, I can see it happening. I can see it happening for sure. So that's how I believe the trend of upgrades will affect the SBCs and the red cards. Of course, I am just speculating. I may well be wrong, so don't start banking on my information as gospel. Don't potentially invest in cards and stuff based on what I've said here. But that's my opinion on how things will work. But anyway, guys, this is where we're going to end the video. I end up holding in Division 1. Really frustrating. There was one game. I needed to win every game after I lost those 2 in a row. They were tight games, deserved losses. It's neither here nor there. But the one game that I drew, in the 90th minute, Team of the Year Marcelo got through on goal, clear as you like. I hit a low driven, but he didn't drive it low. It went straight to the keeper's hands, and that essentially cost me a chance at the 3rd consecutive D1 title. But we end up getting 7,500 coins out of it. I learned a lot about the 4-1-2-1-2, which we'll take into Foot Champs, in tomorrow's gameplay. Of course, if you can't wait for the videos and want to track my progress in Foot Champs, follow me on Twitter, because I update every sort of like 10 or 15 games on there. So if you like spoilers, then go right ahead. But this, guys, will be the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.